Namo Jai Jinendra everyone. Welcome to the third webinar of Jain Heritage Centers called as part of the Jain Heritage series. And this is Nitin HP here from the team at Jain Heritage Centers. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone who are there over here at the Zoom interaction and as well as on our Facebook page who are watching the live stream of this particular session. I think after a couple of sessions in Hindi, I think this is the third session where we are having it in English. And but the other two sessions were more focused around the northern India, whereas this is more focused on the southern India, particularly the Tamil Nadu. And in this is again in English, like I mentioned. I think I would like to welcome everyone. And before we start, we will have a quick introduction about our speaker for the day, who is going to speak on the topic a bird's eye view about the about the ancient Samana Jaina heritage in Tamil Nadu, Professor Kanaka Ajithadoss sir. I will just continue for a couple more minutes, trying to explain introduce about Kanaka Ajithadoss sir. Later on, I'll hand over the forum to Kanaka Ajithadoss sir. So when it comes to Kanaka Ajithadoss sir, like many of them, when we keep interacting with him, we feel as though he's a person who's done his PhD in Jainism or Jainology, and maybe he's a Jaina scholar who's done academic work over there. But it's not so. It's out of his interest towards Jainism that he's over here. But when it comes to his profile, he was formerly the head of Department of Plant Biology and Plant Biotechnology at Presidency College and Autonomous Institution in Chennai. Then he was born on 23rd November 1949 at a village called Neliyankulam in Vandavasi Taluk of Tiruvannamalai district in Tamil Nadu. Currently, he is based out of Chennai. When it comes to his academic qualification, he did his MSc, MPhil, and he has done his MSc in Chennai. Then he did his MPhil in botany. Then he did a PhD on botany in botany on the subject of medical mycology. Later on, he's also done his diploma in higher education from the Government College of Education, Sedapet, Chennai. And when it comes to his professional experience, he has over 36 years of experience teaching both UG and PG students. He's been a guide for research scholars at the Presidency College. He's published various research papers and presented them in international and Indian. And he's been a PG and UG examiner on various university panels, and he was the chairperson for the botany and biobotany department's environmental education text committee. That is part of the book writing committee by the government of Karnataka. And when it comes to his religious work, he's been the secretary of Jain Youth Forum, I think, which he founded in his younger days. Now it is in its 47th year. And Jain Youth Forum, for a matter of fact, has published various Jaina works over the past half century on various aspects of Jainism and Tamil Nadu. And when it comes to, he's also the president of Ahimsa Walk. And when it comes to Ahimsa Walk is a movement that has been in existence over the past 4 or 5 years, where every month they go to a village and they speak about the heritage of that place. It is a live journey of those places. And in fact, I think it is thanks to our Kanaka Ajithadoss sir and his team that they are able to do this regularly. Now, every Sunday, due to the pandemic, they have a session every Sunday at 3 p.m. Sessions in Tamil language about Tamil Nadu and various aspects about Jaina heritage. Some of his works, I would say, he's authored many religious books. Some of them are Sahasranama of Bhagavan Parshvanatha and Bhagavan Mahavira. This is the compilation from great Tamil literary works. Sahasranama of Bhagavan Mahavira, compilation from great Tamil literary works again. Jainam Vora Arimugam, an introduction to Jainism, that is in Tamil. And he is also authored another book called Tiruparithi Kundram Samana Alayangal. It's about Jain temples of Tiruparithi Kundram, that is in Jinakanchi, Kanchipuram. He's also written many other books. He's also written a guide, which is like anyone whom you find who wants to go and visit Tamil Nadu, they get behind this book, that is the Tamil Nadu Digambar Jain Temple. It is a tourist guide to almost all the people who visit Tamil Nadu. He's authored this along with Mr. Rajendra Prasad. He's also written several articles in Mukkudai, a Tamil and English bilingual monthly, which is now in its 47th year. And also is also the published articles in Tirtha Vandana. And like he's also authored dramas about Jainism. Then as you move on, he's also written commentaries on Dasha Bhaktis. He's also uploaded about 300 videos on YouTube about various Jain heritage monuments in Tamil Nadu, and the list goes on. Like if you look at this, such an illustrious personality, Dr. Kanaka Ajithadoss sir is. I think it's a pleasure for all of us to have such a learned scholar amongst all of us. In fact, to tell you, friends, before we move on, today, like sir is in his third session since morning. In the morning at 10 o'clock, he had agreed with us to have a session today evening, because of which he rescheduled the program at 10 in the morning, the 155th third birthday celebrations of Jiva Bandhu Shripal sir, who had also worked a lot towards reviving the Jain heritage in Tamil Nadu. Later on, he was also there in the weekly session of Ahimsa Walk today afternoon from 3 to 5 p.m. Now he is there with us. So a busy man finds no time. I think sir is the right example over here, where, like look at his age. He's in his early 70s. In spite of all that, look at the enthusiasm with which he participates. I think elders and learned people like Kanaka Ajithadoss sir are real inspirations for youngsters like us. Like when it comes to our Jain heritage centers, I should clearly tell you, it has been over like 10 to 12 years that sir and his daughter, Jinapriya, we have been in touch, and I also look up to sir for anything related to Jainism in Tamil Nadu and many other aspects about researching about Tamil Nadu. And also he really guides us with all the humbleness, all the humility. Like even to this day, I feel a bit, I don't know how to express being such a senior person. He calls me a sir. I feel a bit discomfort, but that is his humbleness and humility. I should say, Kanaka Ajithadoss sir, I think it's really a pleasure to have you as one of the speakers in our forum. That was at the beginning. I think when we started this session, he was always there. He said, please do this, Nitin. I'm always there with you. We'll also look at few other speakers in Tamil Nadu. Any number of sessions, we are there. Anything that is related to Tamil Jain heritage, we are there to support you. That is the kind of support he's been giving us. And I think it's really an honor to have him. I would like to welcome the Kanaka Ajithadoss sir. Sir, over to you. I hand over the forum to you for the much awaited lecture with PowerPoint presentations about the Jain heritage of Tamil Nadu. I mean, one thing is, this is just going to be a bird's eye view about Jainism in Tamil Nadu. As we move on, we will find few more sessions about specific aspects about places in Tamil Nadu. But this gives an overview. Any person who wants to study about Jainism or Jain heritage in Tamil Nadu, this is like an eye opener, or it gives an overview. Before you start, it is like your foundation course, I should say. With that, I will hand over the forum to Professor Kanaka Ajithadoss sir. Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much. Jai Janendra. Good evening to everyone, the learned scholars. On the Srivada Padmani Panjanam Parameshtinam, Lalidani Suradisha Chudamani Marisivi, Agara Mudala Eduthellam, Adi Bhagavan Mudatre Ulahu. Dear friends, at the outset, I am very much thankful to my friend, Mr. Nitin, for having given me this opportunity to present my a small aspect of Jainism in Tamil Nadu. It is only a trailer. It is only a trailer. To what extent I could say, just you can assess that. And at the end, you can say whether it is a case of paradise lost or paradise gained. Overseeing this presentation, one can conclude whether it is a story of paradise lost or paradise gained. Just I will open my presentation with my PPT.
Yes.
Ah.
Sir, please switch on your video, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. It's perfect, sir. You can start.
Okay. A bird's eye view of glorious Samana sacred heritages in ancient Tamil land. Actually, we Jains, Devama Jains are called Samanas in Tamil. And next slide is coming. See, when you look at this, the districts of Tamil Nadu, once in the past, all the districts, right from the Kanyakumari up to the north, every district had a Jain population, and every district has heritages, temples, and sculptures, everything. But now, unfortunately, it is confined to only few districts only. In Chennai, Kanjipuram, Vellore, Tiruvannamala, Viluppuram, Kadalur, Tanjavur, and Tiruvarur. There are 37 districts in Tamil Nadu. Now, the Jains are confined to only in northern Tamil Nadu, the two in several thousands. It will not exceed 25,000 in Tamil Nadu, the natives. And there are hundreds of ancient Jaina heritage treasures in the form of caves, sculptures, inscriptions, beds, paintings, palm leaf, paper manuscripts, prices, idols, etc., etc. What does this tell us? It pricks our conscience. What is our role in safeguarding them? That is the biggest question now before us. What is our role? So what to my friends, every time I ask, please join Ahimsa Walk, because the Ahimsa Walk concept is to look after all these things, to safeguard them, to protect them, and to carry all this to the future generations. And at the outset, I dedicate this presentation to a noble soul who is called Jiva Bandhu T.S. Sripal, Jiva Bandhu, who sacrificed his whole life to prevent animal sacrifice, to protect Jaina heritages, to safeguard the honor of Jains, to uplift the community from fetters of economic constraints. His birthday, 121st birthday comes. We are going to celebrate it on Monday, tomorrow. We are going to, it was actually scheduled on this date, but we have just postponed it to tomorrow. So why I am dedicating this? The next slide will definitely explain you. See, this is a sacred hill, what is called Samana Malai. This itself is called Samana Malai, Jaina Hill. In Madurai, it was saved from quarrying by Jiva when in 1949. Soon after we got independence, people have started, government has started to break this hill for laying the roads and the construction of houses and other things. How it is important, how the Samalamali important, next slide will show you how it is important. What a great treasure it has. The next slide will tell you. See, the Samalamali has these sculptures dating back to 1200 years. It was caused by a greatest ascetic Ajanandi. So the Samanamala is a very complex hill running several miles together. It has Muthupatti, Samanamalai, Vechupallam, then you have Chettipadavu. All these sections are there in the very great, very lengthy hill. In all of some of them have Tamil Brahmi inscriptions dating back to 2000 BCE. So this hill was shattered by the government in 1949. Then he took a lot of pains to write to the collector, to the government, and stopped. And the government has started issuing notices and declared it as a protected monument by Archaeological Survey of India. This has paved a way to safeguard more than 50 heritage sites in Tamil Nadu by Archaeological Survey of India. So it was a very great service done by one service. There are several services. This is another, see, in Samana Valley. Had Jivabandhu Sripal not entered in the scene, we would not see all these things. It would have been laid on the roads and constructing the houses. So I am dedicating this to Jivabandhu Sripal. And here in Tamil Nadu, the Tamil Jains, the whole Tamil Nadu was once Digambara Jains only. And it met so many obstacles, so many actually destructions due to other faiths. In 7th century, 6th century, due to this Vedic. And in the 16th century, and before that, the Muslim rule. After that, Nayaks. Actually, because of this greatest catastrophe as encountered by the Digambar Jains, and the last in the Nayak rule, actually had someone not entered into the scene, you cannot see a single Digambar Jain in Tamil Nadu. You can see only in textbooks. The existence of Digambar Jains in Tamil Nadu, you can see only in textbooks. At that time, a great man has come into the scene, what's called Veerasenacharya of Uppuvelur. He went to Sravanabeligula and he learned. He came back and see in the during Nayak period, that is called what you call in Tamil Vettinan Thalai Pattu. That is, a person has to cut off 9 heads of a Jain and he has to put it in a basket. He has to present it to the Nayak and his head will be cut. Such a thing had happened. Actually, it has happened. So all of them were in hiding, and they were not shown their identification, everything. At that time, Veerasenacharya has come. He traveled each and every village. He gave this sacred thread to everyone, and called back all of them. And in all villages, he promoted constructing temples with the help of other people. So actually Veerasenacharya gave life to Jains at that time. This is a mutt, Digambar Jain mutt, head mutt, that is called Sitamur now. It was once in Jinaganji, in Kanjipuram. Now people are familiar with Sivaganji and Vishnu Ganji. They have forgotten the Jinaganji and Buddha Ganji. Buddha Ganji completely wiped out, and Jinaganji is restricted to a small place near the Vagavati river. It is what is represented by a beautiful temple called Tirupati Kundam. Once our mutt was there, the very famous mutt, Jinaganji mutt was there. And now because of other problem in the later period, then when other people, that the other people of other faith came into, the Buddhists were wiped out, and we have moved out of that Jinaganji. And now they have established, now the mutt is at Mel Sitamur near Tindionam. Our friend Nitin knows all these things. So this has saved us. This has saved the Digambar Jains in Tamil Nadu. That is a very big, huge complex. And actually, Jinaganji Digambar Jain Mutt and Jinale Mutt Mel Sitamur, the savior of Jainism during the second offensive. The first offensive at the 6th century by the Vedic people. And it is a symbolism. See, one thing, see, they are pulling the cart, very big cart. How? All of them have joined together and pull the cart like that. It is a symbolic representation. Hands joined together, pull the temple rath. Jaina heritages can be saved only by united efforts. That says. The next. Samanam in Tamil Nadu, its glorious past. See, 3 things we have to see here. The glorious past that we are going to see, and the struggling present. That is, we cannot deny that. It is really a struggling, hopeful future. And here, what to expect in this webinar? I am going to present, what you expect that. Kindly follow to see the Jaina treasure abandoned by us. This is very important. The whole Tamil Nadu was covered by Jain temples, sculptures, the whole Tamil Nadu once. Because of various reasons, we have abandoned that. Now we are retrieving that. Kindly follow to see the Jaina treasure abandoned by us and left uncared till date. And these boards, signboards, tell us the abandoned sites. See, seeing the board, we can feel proud. Oh, all these things, but behind that, a sorrowful story is there. Once the glorious Jainas, these were the glorious places of glorious Jaina sites. Actually, one friend from North, he has donated around 55 lakhs for the 600 signboards. At this juncture, we have to wholeheartedly thank to that gentleman. Rupees 10 lakhs for Jaina Heritage Center in Manjarai and 10 lakhs for a small shrine. Thanks to Jain Sang Pune and Mathur Jain and his friends for erecting all these boards. Now anyone can visit at any place. These boards will guide you where to go and what to see. So this is one aspect. The sad story it tells. See, there are 600 places. There are 400, more than 400 places abandoned by us. It is a sorrowful story. The paradise lost. So again, this is a thing. The whole Tamil Nadu was covered once by Jains. And these are the list of places where we lived once. I don't want to continue this. These are the, yes. Now coming to the antiquity of Jainism. And the dawn of Jainism, how it entered migration, that we'll see at the end. After seeing all this presentation, we will come how Jainism entered, or whether it's entered or already existed. It is native. The Jains were the native of the soil and all these things. After seeing these slides, we can see. So what is this? But one thing is very clear. Jain race, Jain sect, very ancient in Tamil Nadu. What is the proof? We have to prove it. When I say that Jainism was a very ancient religion in Tamil Nadu, Tamil land, what are the proofs? There are plenty of references. There are plenty of references in the form of inscriptions, in the form of caves, in the form of literature, in the form of paintings. So many, that I am going to tell you. So references from the nativity, for the nativity of Samal times from the ancient past, there are references in Sangam literature. Sangam literature goes back to 2nd century BCE, and references in Mahavamsa, because they say that actually the and Sri Lanka, it is very nearby. So there was a very contact there. So references in Mahavamsa, Karavela's inscription also tells
Come here, sir.
the contribution by Jains to Tamil is enormous. Actually, there are 5 epics in Tamil, great epics. Of these, 3 are by Jains. That is the Sivakishintamani, Shilapadigaram and other things. And in grammar also, majority of the grammatical rules are by Jains only. Contribution, these are all Jains. So major epics, Jivakishintamani, this is a list. These are all to attest that Jain's contribution right from the 2nd century BC is great, to show that the ancientness of Jainism. So here, now the ancient writings that tells that holds the secret to say that the Jaina contribution, and the Jainas are the oldest and the ancient race in Tamil Nadu. So this starts from 3rd century BCE. So for one comparison, I have to tell this. The lithic records of prevalence of Jainism and literary record of period of Jain Acharyas and authors of Shatkandagama, its composition and its commentary Davala. We have some comparison here. Actually, Kundabunda's period, 1st century CE. Argat Bali, Darasena, 2nd century CE. And Pushtadanta, is it audible, sir? Audible?
So please continue.
Okay. And Bhutapalli, 2nd century CE. But Jaina inscription, it dates back to 3rd century BCE. So even before the writing Shatkandagama, Jains were living in Madurai and Tamil Nadu. That is to show that this is the oldest. And coming to Tamil Brahmi inscriptions, the oldest and the ancient inscription in Tamil Nadu are the Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. And here, it starts from 3rd century BCE. There are 90 Tamil Brahmi inscriptions in Tamil Nadu so far recorded. Of these, 85 are Jaina. See, almost in the Pallavan country, Pandya and Kongu, Chera country, Chola country, in all through Tamil Nadu. The Tamil Brahmi inscriptions total 90. Of these, 85 are of Jainas. So this shows that Jaina contributions are great in Tamil Nadu. These are all the places where that is in 3rd century BC, 2nd century BC, 1st century BC, 2nd century C, and 3rd, 4th, like that. Throughout the era, throughout the centuries, we have recordings. These are all lithic recordings. First, to come to this, I told you that the Jainas were prevalent right from the tip of Tamil Nadu, that is from the Kanyakumari up to the north. This is Sitaral in Kanyakumari. It's a very ancient and 1200, 1300 old establishment. No Jain is there in here. It's a very beautiful structure. And here you can see a panel of Tirthankaras this is in Sitaral in Kanyakumari district near Nagarkoil. So this is one example. Another, see, I told you that the Jainas, the ancientness of Jainas are represented or attested by various lithic records and inscriptions and bas reliefs and stones, etc. Here it is Kadugamalai. On the first, here it is Kadugamalai, and the second Tirunadar Kuntru, and the third here in Samanamalai, and the fourth in Animalai. So these are all panel of inscriptions. The age of these, panel of Tirthankara images. In Kadugamalai, the wonderful, nowhere in India you can such a beautiful spot, and it has beautiful carvings in 3 rows. And later I am going to see individual sculptures also. That is the first one on the left, top left, Kadugamalai, top right. This is Tirunadar Kuntu near Chenji, and bottom left, it is in Samanamalai, Madurai, and right, bottom right, Anamalai, the Elephant Hill in Madurai. So these are all the heritages we have left out. And here also, another panel of inscriptions, Kedavalavu, Madurai, on the left, top left, Madurai, Kedavalavu, and top right, it is in Uttamapalayam, Theni district, and below left, Anandamangalam, and below right, it is in Siyamangalam. In Siyamangalam, it is a contribution of the Rajamalla Western King, Rajamalla III. So these are all panel of Tirthankara images at various places, at different places, beautiful places. No Jain anywhere here. Just we have left out. And here in Kadugamalai, a beautiful sculpture of Parshvanatha. To my knowledge, I have never seen such a beautiful carving anywhere. What places where I have visited. So this tells the whole story of Parshvanatha. The Parshvanatha Purana is here. The Padmavati is here. And Dharanindra, here generally Dharanindra is shown as a hood, serpent hood, but here he is shown in the anthropomorphic form. He comes and holds the umbrella, his hood over the head of Tirthangara. And see, this is the on the left. And Kamata Upasarga is there. He throws the whole hill on Parshvanatha, and later he could not, and he just worship him at his feet. And Padmavati holds an umbrella over the hood of Dharanendra. It's a beautiful carving in Kadigamalai. On the left is the first carving of Ambika in Kadigamalai. A beautiful, this also tells the story of, we call it as Dharma Devi in Tamil Nadu. And here you can see that the Ambika is seen by his husband. See his face, you cannot see this face because he is unable to see the golden color of the Ambika. So the sculpture, as in the sculpture, beautifully it is shown that his husband is unable to see her the golden color of Ambika. On the right, this is the first Padmavati carved in Kadigamalai. The age of this sculpture is 8th to 9th century BC, that is the common era. So this is in Kadigamalai. Next. So this is another beautiful sculpture in Kadigamalai. The whole Samana is depicted here. Actually, this is poetry in stone, we can say. It is a poetry in stone. Actually, you can see the Samasrana, the Indra comes at the top in his Airavada, and all the devas in his own Mahanas, horse and the other animals, they are coming, and the Chatatraya is there. And this is a very complex, beautiful Samasrana edition in Kadigamalai. And these are all two ordinary things. Samasrana. This is in Kadigamalai. These are all precious heritages, what we have left out to the vagaries of the nature. Next. So this is at the center. A beautiful Tirthangara statue, Mahavira at Vallimalai. This was ruled by Rashtrakutas. Actually, Rashtrakutas inscriptions are here in Vallimalai. They have ruled this place, and this center here is Vardhamana, a beautiful sculpture of Vardhamana in Vallimalai. And on the left, you can see Tirthangara and Brahmadeva. And on the right, you can see Padmavati. This is Padmavati. This is Mahavira. This is Tirthangara. This is Brahmadeva on his elephant Vahana. So this is in Vallimalai. And here, see, so far we have seen the panel of Tirthangara statues. Now you can see two Tirthangaras at one place. This is in Madurai, two Tirthangaras. And here in Alurutimalai in Pudukkottai district, this one. On the left, you can see in Muthupatti, in Madurai. Actually, in Madurai, that we will see later, you have Brahmi inscriptions dating back to 2000 years, 2200 years. And here, the Alurutimalai, it has a Vattiruthu. And here you can see two Tirthangara statues. This is in Ambika at the center, this is in Pudukkottai. And this is, there are a large stone here carved two Tirthangara statues. That is next. And these are all individual sculptures at various places. And here, other people, when we were not, approaching that, we abandoned that. Other people worship as gods in different names. This is called in Motte Malay, the central Tirthangara and two Chamaradaris. And here it is Kali, they are called Kali. This is Adali Amman, and this statue is put with mustache. And here in this statue, they have removed the head, decapitated. And here they worship it as a Vishnu. Because in Parshanatha, when the statue was lying, they thought that it is Vishnu, because Vishnu is also related to snake, the hood. So they thought that this is Vishnu. Now they have decorated it with the cloth and they worship it. Now the worship is going on. And another statue, they have thrown it. They have actually at the base of the root. And here another decapitated Tirthangara, a beautiful Tirthangara statue. So all of them are spread out in all districts. These are all found in different districts of Tamil Nadu, the southern Tamil Nadu. So all of them were abandoned. And coming to inscriptions, actually the inscriptions are the lithic records tell us the ancientness of Jainism in Tamil Nadu. They date back to 3rd century BCE. 2000 years, 2300 old inscriptions are there. Right from 2300 years, we have up to 6000 CE, 600. So here it is in, this is in Madurai, this is in Mangalam, this is in Mangalam, this is in Mangalam, this is in Naganurpetti, this is in Anar Mangalam. So this is in Naganurpetti. So some Tamil Brahmi inscriptions dating back to 3rd century BCE in Kudumiyan Malay up to 4th century CE. This is in the latest inscription is Naganurpetti, that is 4th century CE, and this is the oldest inscription. And according to the expert Airavad Mahadevan, the inscription at Kudumiyan Malay and Mangalam is the earliest Tamil Brahmi Jaina inscription in whole of India. Even it is earlier than the inscription, Prakrit inscription of Karavela. So the oldest, earliest Jaina inscriptions were found in Tamil Nadu. And here, again, just to put a comparison of it. And here you have Tamil Brahmi inscriptions in Animalai at two places. This is in Animalai, in Madurai. In the lower part, you have 1200 years inscription by Vatteluthu, and at the top you have Tamil Brahmi inscriptions dating back to 2200 years inscription. Here in Vatteluthu, in Kadugumalai, I told you already, I have shown you, they have Vatteluthu inscriptions dating back to 1200 years. And this is in Kongar Puliyamkulam. Here you have two types of inscriptions. One is Tamil Brahmi and another one is the Vatteluthu inscription. One dates back to 2200 years and another dates back to 1200 years. So the question is, protection of these sacred places, just to be abandoned all these things. Once, see, how can we create all this? Unless the support is there, unless the mass support is there, how can create all these treasures? Either you take Kadugumalai here, or you take Animalai, or Kangarpulim, or whatever it may be. How can we? Unless there is general support and great support. Once we had support, the Jains were there in all over the Tamil Nadu. So the now question is protection of these sacred places. My theme of this presentation is how to protect. We have abandoned all these things. How to protect that? Protection of these sacred places. Generally we say government. No, government cannot protect all these things. Our continuous visit to these places in groups. This only solution is we have to visit these places in groups and familiarize the local people, and only that we can protect all these treasures. The next one. So our regular, the idea, the only way to protect all these things, our regular pilgrimage to these places and familiarizing with the locals alone will safeguard these sacred treasures. Spread the message about the ancient sacred Jains treasures of Tamil Nadu. We have to come out of our concrete caves to visit these sacred Akritima Jinalayas, because all of them are provided with beautiful carvings of Tirthankara images. The next. See, the important prominent characteristics is the caves. These are different types of Jaina caves. In Jaina caves, you can see the entry point, the entries are, these are all natural caves. You can see the Tamil Brahmini inscription. All the caves have drip ledges. When rainwater comes, it has to be diverted. So they have a drip ledge at the entrance of these caves, and at the just above the drip ledge, they have put the Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. Here Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. Here inscriptions. So these are all the natural caverns where Jaina ascetics stayed and performed ascetic practices. These have stone beds and inscriptions of donors who have caused the stone beds to be made. Inscriptions record the endowments made by the royals, merchants, and commoners. The royals, that I will come later. So these are the stone beds, cave entrances, drip ledges. This is a drip ledge. This is a cave entrance. And see, because of we don't see the vandalism, they have writing and all these things. And we conduct Ahimsa walk every month, the first Sunday, to see all these things, to clear off all these things, and to safeguard all these things. These are the stone beds. And here one common feature we see, pits for grinding medicines. In almost all caves, you can see these pits, to grind medicines. This is a single sculpture. Because of vandalism, they have smashed that and they destroyed that. And here, the sculptures once, this is in Tondur, the original Parshanada in a stone single. This has Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. This is Ennayiram Malai. This is in Tiruparakunram, Madurai. This is in Vallimalai. This is in Uttamapalayam. So these are all the treasures. Enormous number of treasures our forefathers have left for us, hoping that we will safeguard them. But, and again, I call them the poetry in stone. Actually, they have written poetry in stone in different ways. And what we have to do? See, these are all individual sculptures spread all over the world. Villages, in different villages, in ponds, in bushes, and other things. So ancient Tirthankara images all lying on bare ground. So what we have to do, a small protective structure, a shelter is required for these things. These were worshipped for about 1,000 years. Our forefathers worshipped all these sculptures because of various reasons. They were abandoned, we have abandoned now. So worshipped for about, they are now in desperate conditions. They have to, actually it has to prick our conscience. And these are the different kinds of paintings. I am just showing the overall picture of Jainism in Tamil Nadu, sculptures, inscriptions, caves, and now coming to paintings. Now we are familiar with the Sittanavasal paintings. The lower two, right? These are all this is in Tirupati Kundram, Janaganji. This tells about the Tirthankara is getting his first visit to get Ahar Dan. Shabha Tirthankara episode is drawn here. And the Shreya Kumara and his brother they give food, he takes, then come back to for dhyana, and this is Samosarana. So these are all inscribed here, I mean painted here. This is a Dwarapalaka in cave temple at Tirumalai, a beautiful Dwarapalaka. And Jaina, I mean ascetic, so I mean in Tirumalai. So these are all various paintings, different caves. And these are all the abandoned images, are lying abandoned. Another set of that. They need a small protective cover, as shown here. This is a protective cover we have made for these things. So this was earlier abandoned in the street, and we have constructed. Ahimsa was constructed. This was abandoned, we have constructed. Another statue was abandoned. This we have constructed a small shelter over there. These are the various places where the Ahimsa was constructed. Small shelters for all these Tirthangara statues. So we have restored respect to these Tirthangaras. They were abandoned and unattended and discarded and humiliated, and the Ahimsa took this challenge, and we have restored respect to these Tirthangaras by constructing small shrines over these abandoned Tirthangara statues. These are stucco images. So we have seen the stone images in panels, stone images in tools, stone images, individual stone images, and now stucco images. These are all prevalent in Tamil Nadu. This is a beautiful Gundu Tirthangara in Karandai. The beautiful, Vardhamana Tirthangara in Karandai. This is in Pushpadanta Tirthangara in Tirupanamur. This is a beautiful Chandraprabha Tirthangara in Tirunaramundai. So we have stucco images also in Tamil Nadu. So the Jains in Tamil Nadu tried all the ways to create beautiful Tirthangara images all over the Tamil Nadu, either in stone, in panels, in stucco images, in paintings, etc., etc. So these are all metal images. So beautiful. This is on the left is Tirunaramundai temple. It is a temple complex on a hill. It's a Jinalayam, a later constructed temple. And here it is a beautiful Pushpadanta Tirthangara images. This is Navadevata in metal. This is Sudaskanda. These are all later development. In the earlier, they had all the Tirthangaras carved in stones, later replaced by us in metal images. So just as a comparison, in 9th century CE, they had a panel of Tirthangaras where in stone in Madurai on the left. In 18th century, a panel of Tirthangaras in metals in a village. So both are same, one in stone, another one is metals. Beautiful. This is a Rishabha Tirthangara, this is a center Santi Tirthangara, and Bahubali, etc. And here we have the Ambika images also. The Tirthangara. I told you that first carved images in Kadigamalai, one is Padmavati and Ambika. Here it is a famous Dharmadevi Ambika, a stucco image in Karandai. This is stone images in a temple. These are all metal images in a temple, modern temple. This is a Brahmadeva, a single stone image. So we have stucco images as well as the metal as well as the stone images. So these are all metal images. We have features of images of it has 3 umbrellas, Ashoka tree is there, fly is there, the Bhamandala is there, lion throne is there. So all of them are shown in. See, same thing as shown in stone images also. See, a rose is a rose only, if you call it by any name. So these are all abandoned Tirthangara images worshipped by others. Worshipped by others in different names. Here, actually, they have put Tirthangara, they have put mustache. And Parshanada is worshipped as Vishnu. And here, a Tirthankara is worshipped as Bhuta. And here, Tirthankara is worshipped as Amman. Actually, they have covered, they have put the sari over Mahavira statue. They call it as Adali Amman. Still, it is there, it is practiced. And here, one Tirthankara statue is abandoned in a lake. We are just trying to retrieve it and put it on the. So, these are all Tirthankaras worshipped by others. When we leave the place, others occupy it and they worship it. So, this is the one. So, actually, this Vaishnavite, he thought that the Parshvanatha is a Vishnu because of the hood or the said, and he worshipped it with Vastra and other things, worship it. We requested him to remove the Vastra, and we found that a beautiful Parshvanatha Tirthankara here. It is under worship by him. Let us salute him because we are abandoned, but he protects, he worships it. So these are all the Jaina sacred images. Again, you have seen already. And what we do. So far we have seen the images, stone images, inscriptions, caves, beds, and stucco images, everything all over the Tamil Nadu. Many of them were abandoned. Only in few districts we are living with our own temple. What we do is just to protect that, to make awareness among the local people. We can't protect all these things by ourselves. No. We cannot go to Kanyakumari, we cannot go to Madurai, we cannot go to Teni, we cannot go to Uttamapalayam. No, it is not possible. But the local people worship and they revere that. So we have to visit to them, visit to their places. We have to mingle with them, we have to tell them. So what we have started just 6 years before, what is called the Ahimsa Walk. Every first Sunday in a month, we go out, 1 day program. We go to a particular place, we just mingle with, we have a breakfast, lunch with the local people, we take procession, we explain about the importance of the heritage, the ancient heritage. This is a very precious heritage, and we tell them, there's a responsibility of them to protect that. So Ahimsa Walk, a voluntary organization for the protection of Jain heritages. So these are all, the first heritage walk was initiated by Mati head, our Lakshmi Sena Bhattaraga Bhattacharya, Swami held, and we have visited more than 250 sites all over the Tamil Nadu. We have discovered hundreds of statues, our statues. We have protected so far about 20 or 25, protecting with shelters. We are trying to have shelters for all these things. Even the Sisi children, they are taking part in the Ahimsa Walk. They are the forerunners. They have come to the front. They are the first to climb the hill. They occupy the cave first. So this is Ahimsa Walk we conduct. So in one way, near Kanjipuram, there is a beautiful hill with 3 Jaina images and caves, beds, inscriptions of Pallava period, and that was threatened by quarry. So you have shown, you can see the quarrying people here very nearby. To protect that, we have put the paper to the government. We requested, nothing had happened. What we have conducted? We have conducted protest 1 day, fast at Kanjipuram. This is the picture of what we conducted. So before the collectorate, we conducted that to fast for 1 day. All of them throughout Tamil Nadu, they came and gathered and protested for the protection of this. And I have to say, who are the foreigners? I have to tell you, you may be interested to continue to study, to know more about these Jaina treasures in Tamil Nadu. They were all the foreigners. They are the guides. They have done a lot of work on Jainism in Tamil Nadu. One is Mr. Anantaraj. See, he is 80 plus. Still is going around Tamil Nadu for the protection of statues. He is the pillar, and he has, because of his efforts, the Jaina Heritage Center and his friends, Mr. Vijay Chinnadurai and Mr. Aravadi and Professor Dhanikman and others, me, and they have constructed a started a center, what is called Jaina Heritage Center at Madurai. They have a beautiful building. Anyone can visit and stay there and they can see everything in Madurai, in and around Madurai and southern Tamil Nadu. Is Mr. Another Another one is Mr. Vedachalam. He has written a lot of books about Jainism, authority on Jainism, and Mr. Sadalingam, and he is Mr. Jiva Kumar. He has actually is doing service in a temple. He has discovered more than 20-25 images abandoned in Tamil Nadu. His work is there. It is only work is going around finding out this. So Mr. Jiva Kumar and he is Mr. Sridhar, Parani Sridhar. He is the founder of Ahimsa Walk. After seeing Green Walk at Madurai, he has started Ahimsa Walk. Now, sixth year. And Mr. Anandapuram Krishnamurthy, they are all doyens. He is our friend Ramesh from Pondicherry. And he is Professor Ramesh. And in Pondicherry, French Institute have produced one video recording 450 sites. And he actually visited all these sites, photographed it. They have produced a DVD by French Institute. And here my request is that you can add your picture here so that I can show you next time. This he has done a lot of work for the protection of Jaina. So I have left this space, the lower space, for you to put your image here so that everyone can see and get inspiration. And next, the need of the hour is two: one, protection, preservation. Two things we needed to protect and preserve our heritage treasures. The Jain students to be connected, the first thing, with the heritage sites by means of guided visits, trekking. All our Jaina ancient sites are hills only. So we have to promote, we have to bring to our students. Then periodical PPT shows to students. We have to show to students, youngsters. Once or twice, we have to celebrate Jaina Heritage Day and incorporating subjects on Jaina heritage in their syllabus. We have to try for that. And inviting scholars for special lectures on Jaina heritages and other things. Then the formation of Jaina heritage clubs. So the first line of safety is group visits. How to protect the group visit. And second, joining hands with the locals. We have to mingle with the locals. They have to protect. And three, creating awareness among Jains. First, Jains have to be created, awareness to be created among us, and stirring our conscience. We have to stir our conscience to remind us our moral responsibility to protect these treasures. Fifth, helping the have-nots. So all of them may not be able to visit all these places. Economically, they may not be sound. So we have to help the have-nots to make a visit to these places. And six, supporting those who are dedicated. So these are the things we have to see. So challenges and rays of hope. What are the challenges? Dying with Jaina villages. That is true. Disintegration of community structure. It has already started. Migration to urban areas, other states, other countries, breaking the chain. And description of village leaving behind temples. Actually, we have forgotten our temples, properties, cultural values, and the most thing is population decline to a dangerous level. So these are the changes. The rays of hope. What is it? Do we have hope? Yes. Understanding the challenge. We have to understand the challenges. And the realization of the impermanence and adoption based on cardinal principles of, we have to adapt. So in one stage we say that we are the highest taxpayers in India. We say that. So we are the richest people. And the assets what the Jain community has is more when compared to other things on one hand. But on the other dark side, majority of them are poor, economically backward. Why should see if you are richer, you are the highest taxpayer, why should abandon all these things without any care? Can't we put shelter for these things? So we have to stir our conscience. And everyone has to come forward to adapt at least one statue. I will put one statue. Or two or three of us can join together and create a protective structure for all these things. So I have to tell you what are some the references. The first reference I will recommend is early Tamil epigraphy, the beautiful, authenticated, documented document by Airavada Mahadevan, early Jaina epigraphy. That is a one book. Every Jain has to have, has to go through that. All the Tamil Brahmi inscriptions are recorded, beautifully photographed and added to that. Second one is Jaina inscriptions, Tamil Nadu by Dr. Yegambananathan. So Yegambananathan has done a lot of work on this, and he has compiled more than 500 inscriptions are compiled in this book, Jaina inscriptions, Tamil Nadu. And the government of Tamil Nadu has produced in Tamil or Tamil Brahmi inscriptions in Tamil. All of them are included here. And Jainism in Pandya country by Dr. Santalingam. It is in English. And Madurai by the lawyer advocate Raja Lachapati Roy. And recently our Vedachalam has written a beautiful book on hills of Madurai Hills Samanam. And if one has to know about Jainism Tamil Nadu, of course it is in Tamil, it has to be translated. Jivabandhir Sripal has written about Jainism in Tamil Nadu. And DVD, that is French Institute, has produced a beautiful DVD with 450 sites of Jaina sites in Tamil Nadu. This is available from French Institute. Anybody can buy that, you can have it. And apart from that, M.K. Jain, we have to thank M.K. Jain at this time because he has produced 2 DVDs. One is on Tamil, Jaina, the iconography, the imprints of Jainism in Tamil Nadu. So these are the references one has to go through. So this is my mother and father. This is my temple in my village. We take care of that. With that, I thank you, everyone. And now come to the conclusion about the ancientness, whether when this Jainism migrated in Tamil Nadu. That is, I shall. One minute, please.
Thank you, sir. I think it was very.
No. 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
See the question is in few minutes I will
Take your
none
time.
of Jainism in Tamil Nadu. Is Jainism alien to Tamil Nadu? That is a question. Whether it is migrated or it is a native of that. Was the arrival from generally what they say, Acharya Bhadrabahu came to Karnataka, and from Karnataka Acharya Bhadrabahu's Shishya Visakacharya entered Pantari country. Then Jainism came into existence in Tamil Nadu. That is the story written on most of the books. The arrival of Bhadrabahu, his Shishya Visakacharya entry in Tamil Nadu, then Jainism established. It is not so. So, was the arrival from Karnataka of Visakacharya, a disciple of Sudhakevali Acharya Bhagdu, with a large followers of into Tamil Nadu, responsible for the introduction of Jainism. The question is whether Jainism introduced from Karnataka through his disciple of Bhadrabahu. Was it the initial factor? Is it the initial factor? Did Jainism enter into Tamil Nadu from Andhra? See, there are two routes for Tamil Nadu. One is from Karnataka, another one is from Andhra. It has connection on both sides. Did it originate from two frontiers, Karnataka and Andhra? Is Jainism as older as the dawn of civilization in Tamil Nadu? So these are the questions we have to see. So we have to seek evidences from where? Ancient inscriptions, literature, chronicles of history, and Puranas. There was the one thing one has to understand. There was no period in the history of Tamil Nadu during which Jainism was non-existing. It was existing forever. Existence of Jainist antiquities on a large scale in all parts of Tamil Nadu, the survival of good many Jaina works of high classical standard, these are the proofs. And the influence of Jaina thought and philosophy in the life of fellow countrymen, the popularity of rested, the popularity.
Try to focus your the video to your face, sir.
Okay. But I cannot read that.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. But we are not able to see anything on the screen, sir. It's except for yourself.
Oh, I see. Anyhow, you hear, sir, what I.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the proof?
Kindly focus your face, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it okay? So, various layers of Tamil society in the distant past. Please listen. Various layers of Tamil society in the distant past has extended their patronage for the cause of Jainism, the religion of Ahimsa. What is the proof? Now we come to the proof. The inscriptions. I told you the earliest among the Jaina inscriptions in India dated back to 3rd BCE. Now, that is one inscription says that the oldest and the ancient inscription, Jaina inscription, is found in Tamil Nadu, not elsewhere. And the second, that is a Tamil Brahmi inscription. And I told you that the various layers of society supported Jainism, royals. So there is an inscription dating back to 2200 years in Mangulam by royals. And the merchants, there are inscriptions, Tamil Brahmi inscriptions of merchants. And they are commoners. These are all attested by Brahmi inscriptions. So next one is grant of endowments. The royals have granted endowments. And here, second proof is caves. And here in caves, you can see different types of caves. The caves, the earliest caves with the beds only, no inscription. The second stage, caves with the chiseled beds, no inscription. The third type of caves with the chiseled, dressed stone beds with headrest and inscription. And the fourth one is inscription, bed, and sculptures. And the fifth, cave, beds, inscription, sculpture, and paintings. Like that, all over the Tamil Nadu you can see and things. And a large number of monuments throughout Tamil Nadu. That is another proof. And the individual images, paintings, literary works. So Jain Sanghas. See, we have Veera Sangha, and we have the Tiramala Sangha, we have Dravida Sangha, and during the Pallava period, we had a very famous Sangha in the present Kadalur that was headed by Saibat Nayanar. We was Dharmasena at that time during Pallava period. Because of clashes, he converted into Jainism and he converted Mahendra Palwa into Saivite. So what he has done, he has just
I cannot hear you. Sir, we are unable to hear you, sir.
You has got freezed.
Sir, your screen is shared, is frozen. You might want to switch off and switch on your video, sir. Sir, sir, you can unmute, sir. Can you please unmute, sir?
Okay.
Yes, sir. This is fine. Please go ahead, sir.
So my idea is that if any Sangha, particularly enter into a country, the country should be very receptive. They have to welcome that. In a hostile situation, nobody will get into it. So when you say Visakacharya came from Karnataka, entered with a large number of ascetics, it is not possible if the country is hostile, if the king is hostile, if the countryman is hostile. If they are hostile, nobody can step into the land. This had happened in 7th century. Why we see the abandoned statues? Why we see the caves were abandoned? The hostility. Once we are spread through Tamil Nadu, now I have shown all the places where everything was abandoned. In Tamil Nadu itself, certain places are hostile. They were hostile. The Jains could not be there. They migrated out. So this theory of migration is cannot be validated. At the time of Visakacharya, the whole country was spread with Jaina villages, Jains, everything there. And the people should know how to entreat a Jain ascetic, how to entreat a Sangh. So the Jains were the sons of the soil. They were very ancient. And with this, I conclude. I am very thankful to Mr. Wittin for having given this opportunity to present my presentation. Thank you very much.
I think, thank you very much, sir. The thing was very enlightening. It was not just a, showing the photographs. You also gave us the story behind the stones, the poetry of stones, how Jainism has spread across the length and breadth of the Tamil country, and how exactly it has been like spread over the centuries. I think, thank you so much, sir. I think one specific aspect I think that you try to touch upon is very really worth thinking. I think furthermore research has to happen, where you have clearly said when Vishakacharya, one of the disciples of Acharya Bhadrabahu and others, they entered the Tamil country, means to say Jainism must have been prevalent much before.
Yes, yes.
So that is, I think, that is a very important aspect. I think for the further generations to come, the youngsters who would come, they will have to do more research around that, which will help us prove the existence of Jainism to at least around 200 to 300 or 300 to 500 years, much before the arrival of Bhadrabahu, I feel. I think we also have quite a bit of references of some of the Tirthankaras traveling across to the south region, southern part of India. I think a bit of research along with the authentic archaeological sources might help us fill the gap, is what is my feeling. Sir, here are some questions, some of them.
Sir, before that, I will explain that. One minute. See, regarding the Visakacharya connection to Tamil Nadu.
Right, sir.
See, actually, first I put one table comparing the dating of the arrival of Bhadrabahu, arrival of the writing of Davala and things. See, actually, the major part of Davala was, the Shatkandagama was written in Madurai, according to one scholar, our great scholar, I have forgotten his name. And see, when Bodapalli came to Madurai, it was 2nd century CE. The inscriptions at Madurai dates back to 3rd century BCE. See, 400 years earlier, there were Jain caves, Jain ascetics in Madurai. When Visakacharya, even it dates previous to the arrival of Bhadrabahu. Because our inscription in Mangulam, our inscription in Kudimayan Malay dates back to 2300 years. 3rd century, just 300 years between the Parinirvana of Mahavira and of the presence of the Jaina ascetics in Tamil Nadu. Parinirvana of Mahavira, 6th century BC. Is it correct, sir? Our inscription in Tamil Nadu, 3rd century BC. So only 300 years. So, and Davala, the Shatkandagama written in C. But already great Jaina ascetics were existing in Tamil Nadu. Probably this is the reason why Budapali has come to Madurai. If has any doubts, anything, clarification, already great acharyas were there in Madurai, in different hills. You could have consulted, you could have doubts clarified. This is my assumption.
Right, sir. Sir, we have a question from before we get into the question answers. I think we have Swasti Shri Lakshmi Sena Swamigal of the Mel Sitamur Jain Mutt, who is also joined us along with this session. Our Ichamis to Swamiji, Ichami Swamiji, Ichami Swamiji. I think it is such a blessing in disguise. You know, we have Yadbhavam Tadbhavati is what one of the sayings goes. I think that is what it is. We all are here with the Sadbhavana of protecting the Jain heritages, and we have our own ascetic, the head of the entire Tamil Jain community over there. That is our Swamigal. He is there with us. It is such a blessing for us. I think our Icham is to Swamiji.
Namaskar.
Yeah, I think I would, before we get into the question answer session, I think if Swamiji would like to speak anything onto the audience, I would like to request Swamiji to speak, because that would definitely a blessing to the entire people over here. It will be a big boost for everyone in terms of his blessings, is what I feel. Yes, I think Swamiji is, I think,
Yes.
yes, I think we will.
Yes, blessings to.
1 second. Swamiji.
Blessings to Jain Heritage Center, and the speaker our delivered super speech about heritage centers, about our Jain Heritage Center. Mr. Dr. Kanaka Ajithadoss is delivered a fine speech about the Jainism in the period of Mahavir Tirthankaras after the 3rd century before the Budapali and the Shatkanda Agamam. So he delivered a fine speech about our Jain's heritage centers. We are giving the blessings to all our visitors and devotees to these centers. Please visit and save the center as your Jains, not only Jains. Everybody is having the power and having the duties to save the heritage centers by all blessings. Thanks once.
Thanks to Swamiji. I think we are getting a lot of some questions over here. We do have a couple of questions. We will take it up. Meanwhile, whoever would like to speak, they can please raise your hand and be ready to unmute yourself and switch on your video so that you can be in the spotlight. So before the first question that has come from Akash Jain, he's based out of Delhi. He's one of our active volunteers in this entire Jain Heritage series webinar activities. What he's asking here is, sir, he wanted to ask a question regarding the link of Tamil Brahmi script and the antiquity of Tirthankara Rishabhadev.
Oh. Any relation between the Tamil Brahmi and
yes, sir.
As such, see, I don't have any answer for, because there is no such inscription telling about the Rishabha and related to Brahmi.
Okay, sir.
But we have in the Purana that he has 2 daughters. He named of one daughter as Brahmi and another Sundari. These are all things in Purana.
Right.
But
yeah.
But see, another thing, see, I don't know whether you remember that. In one slide, I shown, one Tirthankara standing, and along with the two other people are standing. Some interpret this as is a Rishabha, and on one hand, one side Sundari, and another one is a Brahmi. They interpret. They have written an article also on this.
Which is this place, sir?
I told you that is Motte Andavara. I don't remember that.
Not it.
Yes.
Got it, sir. And we have Dinesh Jain who is asking a question. Ji, there is a strong proof of Tamil culture in Indus Valley civilization and shamanic traditions. Can you throw some light on this?
Definitely, sir. Sir, that is, what is that? May I have
A
this?
strong proof of Tamil culture in Indus Valley civilization and the shamanic tradition. Can you throw some light on this?
Yes, there is a very strong belief or evidences to show that the whole of Bharat was completely, what shall I say, occupied by Dravidians, the natives. The natives, we call as Dravidians. They were slowly driven out by the aggressors from western side. They have entered slowly, that is there. They have slowly pushed the natives towards the eastern side and towards the south. So there are also, and I have seen in one presentation long back, showing the seals and what they have retrieved from these Harappa and Mohenjo-daro culture. They have shown that these are all representing the Tirthangara statues and the symbols of Jainism. They were told. I have seen some mudras and other things. So there is a strong belief that there is a strong relation between the present Dravidians, the Southerners, and those civilization. Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, we have Vinod Modi ji from Mumbai. He would like to ask you a question. Vinod ji, over to you. Kindly unmute yourself, sir.
Jai Jinendra. The first thing is that as Pakrut is sponsored by Shravan Belgula, what I identify that Brahmi should sponsored by the Tamil Bhattara. This will give the base to come from all over India, the scholars over there. Second thing, there should be a Tamil sung, just like a Kannada sung at the major cities of India, where they will promote or where they will coordinate with other communities. That I had donated some money for the Jeevanodhar of a temple, and there was on the Facebook of Ahimsa walk. Afterward, it has not coming to me. No communication is come to me. See, we cannot make a Taj Mahal in one day, or Rome is not built in one day. So these are what lagging. We should improve to it.
Right, sir.
Another thing, we should make a Ashtani as a place program where people will come for 8 days, because we cannot come such a long distance from north to south.
Yes.
We have Bombay. Yeah. This is where in Ashtani 8 days, the program will promote if I join second day or third day.
Sure.
Yeah, this is this
Sir,
where.
can we restrict the questions rather than suggestions, sir? Can we restrict the questions over here?
No, question, what should I ask it? Already this, all this, what I suggest, it is to bind and to grow.
Right, sir. So,
And this is, I got a platform.
Got it, sir. Sir, one point here, like what you said.
I forget the first question.
No, one more important thing I want to tell it. There is an Amba Devi statue is there, where there is nowhere. Something jadoo bolte na, humcha aao, Padmavati ko karo. Vaisa Amba Devi ko aao. It is, I have read in our holy book that there are some pujas of Amba Devi. That has to be highlighted. It is only what I observed, the stone image of Amba Devi. Others, they are not there. It is what we say is not coming in our culture. I am observing 6 to 7 years. I have told you, I have donated to the temple. That temple, every day there is a festival once in a year. They never approach it, so that I cannot donate some 5 lakh or 10 lakh, but every year I can donate something to one temple. I can add up to one temple.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is what is lagging. If there is Tamil sung is there, I will join to them. In Bombay, I am. Okay, thank you.
They have an organization called TNJS, Tamil Nadu Jain Federation, which is like an umbrella organization, and they have been doing.
Our Ahimsa Walk is a registered body, sir.
And they have around 25 or 26 WhatsApp groups connecting almost all the Tamil Jain.
Yes, that's required.
Yes, sir. They already have one
Sir,
organization.
sir,
but-
one I have to tell you, we have published a guide, Digambar Jain guide to visit all the temples in Tamil Nadu with GPS number, phone number, the person whom you have to contact and all things. That is one thing. The temple guide, if you send your email, just I will post it, no problem. Second one is that if anyone comes to Madras, Chennai, they have 1 day time off. What are the places we can see in 1 day? If they have 2 days off, in 2 days, how many temples, what is the distance? So I have put 5 days program. If you have 1 day, you can see all these places. If you have 2 days, you can see all these places. If you have 5 days to spend at you can see. So with the miles, where to contact, all these things I have produced. If you put your, you can take my number, phone number, you can just contact me.
So I will share the
All-
details.
yes.
with you, Vinodji. We have the details. We have it in
Yes,
document.
in the tour operator loop should be there. 5 days, this we can
Yes.
cover this.
Sir,
So
that is,
every year
I will
we
mail
will
it to
cover
you,
this.
sir.
That
Yes.
is very
I will mail it
important.
to you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So I think
Sir, to which temple he has given, sir?
no, we will check the details later on, sir.
Please, yes, sir, yes,
So
sir.
I think with this, we will. I think I would like to thank Dr. Kanaka Ajithadoss sir for such an illustrious presentation. It was really an eye opener for us about.
I will talk. I will.
We will conclude the live session on Facebook. Yep, I think now the forum is open for everyone. I think we can all be in. You can unmute yourself because we have just concluded the live session on Facebook. If we have any further,
Can I ask a question?
I will. I want to talk. I will thank Malvaragaraj Jivanagam. Some name is there.
yes,
That lady used to promote on Facebook very nicely, but now she has what happened, not coming up update on Facebook. She has done very good for the promoting the heritage of Tamil Nadu.
Very good. Thank
Yes,
you.
That lady has done very good thing on Facebook.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Due to her, I motivated and donated.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. So, do we have any other? We have just closed the live session on Facebook, but still we have 35 people. I think when the session, so when we started on the first day, we were at 25. 2 weeks back, last week we were at 35 people. Today we were at a peak of around 51 to 52 people, 53 people today. I think gradually the Jain Heritage series is becoming popular and people are really looking forward to this series. We would like to thank all of you for being part of this series. And do we have any other questions to Kanaka Ajithadoss sir? I think we can always.
Can I go ahead? Can I ask the question?
Yes.
One more question. Sir, there is one issue in my mind. What is the connection of Prakrit and Brahmi script? Because a lot of time while reading, researching into Jain heritage, it's being linked that Prakrit is through Prakrit around 17 to 18 Indian languages, originated from that. Even the Tamil Brahmi script owes its origination to Prakrit, and Prakrit is one of the languages in which the Tirthankar Dhwani, in particular, when his sermons are given, the Gardar, when it conveys to Acharyas. So that's how the Prakrit has, formed. So what do you think? Are they linked with each other or not?
Sir, but one thing I cannot directly connect to your question, but one thing I can say that when Bhagavan Divyaduni came, it was interpreted in 18 languages. We have read in Puranas and also our literature. These languages, Divyaduni was spread through 18 languages. One is called the Tamili. It is there in the record.
Yes, sir. And
it is a Tamil.
Yeah.
So now the thing is that in Tamil Nadu, what they say is that instead of calling Tamil Brahmi, they are much more attached to this word Tamili. The point is that the Tamili might have spread to other places. so far what I was saying that the Ashokan Brahmi, there are 5 types of Brahmis. Ashokan Brahmi and Andhra Brahmi, Singhala Brahmi is there, and Tamil Brahmi is there. There are 5 types of Brahmis there. And what so far people believing that after Ashoka Brahmi that has migrated to other places. Now they want to have a reverse. Actually, Tamil was the more ancient language because in Kedadi and recently they have excavated that dates back to 4th centuries BCE, and sometimes they push it back to 5th century BCE also. But Ashokan Brahmi is 3rd century BCE only. So what they say, they originated, the Tamil originated here, that spread to other places like that. So one of the languages of Ganadharas who interpreted the Divya Dhuni was Tamil. I don't have any answer for the problem.
No, yes, sir. So this is the point which I've tried to highlight in several platforms where Tamilians have participated from non-Jain background. And usually they react so widely and they react in a sort of negative manner that no, Tamils are nothing, no connection with Jainas, and Tamil language is separate.
Chauvinist.
You Jains are outside, you are Aryans. And that's what they speak up, that you Jains are, somewhere people from aliens. You are aliens. You don't have any Tamil culture. You don't know anything about Tamil culture, and there is no
Yes,
Tamil
sir.
Brahmi, and there's no Tamil Prakrit. They speak like this. So that's what I was trying to, highlight, that we Jains need to have more of facts about Tamil.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so we don't know those facts.
We will try to come out with those further sessions where we can focus on these specific aspects. Having said that, I think we have Dinesh ji, who has been one of the very active conservators in the Tamil region, and that we have Dinesh ji has raised his hand. Dinesh ji, over to you. I think you have raised your hand. You would like to ask some questions to Ajithadoss, sir.
Yeah, Ajithadoss ji, Jaina, so I met you a few years back in Dadawadi, you remember? And
Yes,
I want to
yes.
ask you one thing, like Kiladi excavations, they stopped. What was the major political reason behind stopping that Kiladi excavations? And the superintendent was transferred somewhere else, and the whole thing was shut down, the funds were stopped. So what was the reason? Do you know that, like why it happened?
Sir, one thing I have to tell you, the very great scholar, internationally renowned scholar, Airav Mahadevan used to tell us, see, because the contribution of Jains in Tamil is enormous. Of the 5 epics, 3 are almost all grammatical works are by Jains. So they're very, and their commentaries are by Jains. So out of 90 Tamil Brahmi, 85 are Jains. You used to tell that, you always say that your contribution Tamil like that. Actually, your contribution is a script for Tamil you have contributed. The script you tell that.
Sir,
you tell that fact.
But what
not only
Dinesh
language.
is asking is, sir, what Dinesh is asking is,
No. What I am telling, what clearly they stopped, he is telling.
Yeah.
Now what they don't want to accept that fact. Jains have contributed a lot to Tamil. They are the people who have given the script for Tamil language. They don't want to accept that.
They don't want to accept, yeah.
So Kiradi shows so many things. Brahmi, everything they have to relate to. See, if you push the Kiradi Brahmi to 4th century BCE, Jaina inscription come to 4th BCE.
Right.
Automatically. They don't want that.
Yeah, even for Tiruvalluvar, like he's nothing but Kunda Acharya, but he's treated as like a Hindu Acharya or a Hindu monk. Right. And the Tirukural, his work is also considered as a Hindu work. And it is clearly written in the Tamil Nadu Gazette, government gazette, that it is a Jain work, but still it is not, getting widely known to everyone that he was a Jain monk. And even though the Vedic influence came in South only after 6th century AD,
right,
people are not willing to know the history from that perspective for the political reasons or whatever reason. So why don't we Tamils like come out and do something to at least change this kind of, impression that, Jainism was I mean, it came later after Vedic thing, but it was there much before that.
Before that,
Much
yes.
before that. Like I think it is there since Indus Valley civilization all over India,
Yes.
Right.
right?
Very true, Dineshji.
See, the very
Yeah.
first couplet of Tirukkural, the very first couplet of the 1330
That
couplets.
speaks of Adi Bhagwan.
Magara முதல் எழுத்தெல்லாம் ஆதி பகவன் முதற்றே உலகு ஆதி பகவன். He is nothing but Rishabhadeva.
I know.
But they interpret in different ways, and that because of political people, we are 25,000 only, no? What can we do against 7 crores?
Right, sir.
It's
Thank
more
you.
of political thing.
Thank you
Political,
so much
political.
for joining the thing and also putting in your comments. Vinod,
Doctor,
you had raised your hand and you wanted to speak. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I thank you. And your presentation, one thing is which motivated me. That the chariot is not pulled by one fellow. It requires a community. That's what we want to promote further. I want to request you that each temple or each Atisha Kshetra might be there, having yearly function, like a pulling of chariot or anything. That should be also, data should be required so that we can make a trip and a tour to on particular day, so that lots of people will come and
That is
engage.
available already, sir. That is available in that PDF. I will mail you, sir. It
Yeah,
is already-
Another one thing I want to know is that, see, there is a difference between North and South of Jainism. Like in South, that Janoi on Raksha Bandhan Day, where we do Dharma Raksha. I want to know what is particular festival of the Tamil Jains, which is not celebrated all over India.
No, that is also celebrated in South Karnataka, sir.
That I agree. That means it is common in Karnataka. Is there any special festival which is by Tamils which are celebrated by only Tamil Jains?
We just wear the thread, sacred thread in our.
We want to make it all over India. Dharam ki raksha karo or Jaina. Like in Mumbai, we have grouping it up, and we want to people join to that concept that Dharam ki raksha karo on Raksha Bandhan Day.
Right, Vinodji.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Sir, any other? I think we have Prasanna Kumar, sir.
and Dr. Kanaka Ajithadoss ji,
Yes, sir.
I have heard a story about Chidambaram Rahasya, they say. Is there any connection with Jains and Chidambaram?
To my knowledge, no, sir. There is no connection.
I was told
Ah.
many monks were murdered
Ah.
and buried there somewhere near the temple. That's the secret. They say Chidambara Rahasya. I have read somewhere. I will send you the information, sir.
Oh, sure, sir.
Please find out, sir.
Sure.
Sure, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. And I think if we do not have any further,
In Tamil, we heard about Chidambaram Rahasyam. Nothing is there. Life is nothing like that. We in Tamil we told like that. Okay,
thank you, sir.
that
Sir,
is the Chidambaram Rahasyam.
Yes.
one request. Again, I have to repeat this request. On
Yes.
one hand, we say that we are the richest in India, the highest taxpayers. All the industries are in our hands. All the religious properties greater than any other community. That is on one side. The darker side is that we have abandoned all these things. There are poor, economically very poor people are there. In Karnataka, people are there. They are being converted. They don't have any way.
No,
to
it's
go.
because it's because Tamils are not well connected to the mainstream, so-called mainstream Jainism.
Ah.
That's why they're not getting help, or even if somebody wants to do, they have no clues how to do it. And there are certain things, other things are going on which I cannot tell you. That is the reason we are not able to do it. A lot of politics are there among.
But you have done a lot. I know you have done a lot.
I have done little bit whatever I could, but a
And
lot of
Mathur,
obstacles I have faced. Lot of obstacles I have faced.
Right.
silently, Mr. Mathur has done a lot, and still
Madhur Jain, sir, not Mathur.
Madhur Jain.
Madhur Jain from Jain and Pune. He's taken special attention in making it happen in terms of getting all the funds pooled in for putting up the Triloka boards across Tamil Nadu with
neighbors.
clear, the board wordings being in English, Hindi, and Tamil, so as to make sure people of all different languages are able to even navigate to different places. I think we have Vasuki Madam, who is just
But for that, the whole credit goes to Anantraji, who has worked on the field each and every day in the night, midnight, 12 o'clock. He will go fix the boards, and he has done the tremendous work. Money comes and goes. Anybody can spend money, but the point is that someone has to work on the ground. And I see that only Anantraji, he works so much. And other than that, you and Mr. Pandai Rajan, Jivagan, they have worked a lot.
Right.
These are the people at ground level who has worked. They have done something. Because I know before 20 years, when I first traveled to one heritage site, they used to call, all the locals used to call Buddha temple, Buddha Koil, Nobody knew that this is Jain thing, And even Jains themselves, they used to call them like Jain Hindu or Hindu, But now in 20 years, a lot of things have changed. A lot of things have changed because of the internet, because of the WhatsApp groups, because of the Facebook. And a lot of youth, they have come forward. I know a guy from Tirupumanur. He himself has done so much of things. I also guided him how to do it. He has protected a lot of temples around him. Wherever there is a idol they have found, they immediately construct small place like you have been doing it. Same way, there are a lot of youth, they have come forward.
Right.
Recently,
Awareness is there.
Recently, we did with Dr. Lajpati Rai, who has written the book. Along with him and Anantraji, we have filed a case on ASI and the government. Around 20 caves are now protected fully.
No, before
they have removed a Shivalingam from Yanamalai.
Yes, sir.
Yanamalai, they have removed Shivalinga. 200 police went and they have removed the Shivalinga.
One second. I think before we continue more on this, I think we have Vasuki Madam. She wants to put on her comments. Vasuki Madam, over to you.
Yes, sir. Sir, thanks to Ajithadoss sir, a wonderful presentation, and also to Nitin and others. Only one thing that Mr. Akash asked about the connection between Prakrit and Brahmi. Actually, Prakrit is a spoken language only. It doesn't have any lipi. When Brahmi was there, that lipi was, for Prakrit, lipi was Brahmi. Now the lipi for Prakrit is Hindi only, Devanagari lipi only. That's the point I want to clarify.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Even now for Prakrit, there is a script. There is not a Devanagari script, madam. Even now,
no, there is no script.
It is. There is a Prakrit script. Even you can see some of the literature written during the Mughal times. Still, it is being used, but very little. It is not completely replaced by Devanagari or Hindi. No. Still, there is a Prakrit script. Even my grandfather used to write a Prakrit, writing.
That is what Prakrit, you can say dharma, dhamma, sarva, sama, only that spoken pronunciation is there, madam. But the script is whatever at that time they used. Brahmi was at that time. Ashoka used Brahmi lipi for Prakrit language.
Right.
And now we use Devanagari.
No, Karavela inscription is.
Devanagari is very recent trend. Prakrit is still used by a lot of sadhus, and it is still in vogue. Even my grandfather, until my grandfather.
So if you have any such Prakrit lipi, please send it, because we have a Prakrit group with so many big scholars who are PhD in Prakrit. They told, and I am learning, and there is no lipi. If you have anything, please send it. Please. I would like to share with them. I would like to. Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you. If I have. Okay. Thank you, Ji. Nothing. Thank you.
Before we move on to the, we still have bandwidth to have any kind of discussion. Before we do that, I would like to draw the attention of everyone over here on one very important aspect. I think would request others who are not speaking to be on mute. So one important thing, you would have seen a notification from the government of India to send suggestions about corrections to be made in the textbooks so that we can rewrite the history. That is what is the thing. And earlier the date was 30th of June. Now it has been extended to 15th of July. So what we need to do here is we need not send any tons of books or a huge book. It's all about sending a letter to a particular email ID along with specific suggestions. When we say suggestions, what happens is one kind of suggestion, important of all, what needs to be corrected, that Adinatha should be called as the founder of Jainism and not Mahavira. Very basic of the things, and a few other things, very basic details which can be corrected. Apart from this, we have seen many other freedom fighters, kings, queens, and all across different religions and across India who have been included onto different textbook lessons. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to compile around a 3 to 4 page document on different aspects about Jainism that can be included in the history pages and also in the different language textbooks as specific lessons. We are trying to compile all of these. Maybe by next Saturday or next Sunday, we should be able to do that. And whoever are interested to be, what we are trying to do here is we are trying to send that along with a covering letter to the government through an email, and would request others, whoever are interested with this, can approach us, where we will just pass on this document. All we have to do is the same set of documents to be sent across from different organization email IDs, so that it becomes much more evident among the history books. So that is one thing that we should be making very clear. And also, like we see a comment here, yes, that is very true, wherein we should also make it very clear that Jainism is never an offshoot of Hinduism. It is an independent religion by itself, which is in existence from time immemorial, much before the origination of Hinduism. That is another point. These are some small points, like this is the time to work, because every time we say we miss the bus, but this is the opportunity for us to contribute there. So any specific suggestions, or even otherwise, what we are trying to do is, from our team at Jain Heritage Centers, we're trying to compile everything and put them onto one single document with around 3 to 4 pages of suggestions that can be sent to the government of India. If we don't make our attempts and then blame the government, then we have ourselves to blame and no one else, is what is our belief. And in addition to this, in the successive weeks, we will continue to have these heritage sessions. Sometimes it might be skipped for one of the Sundays, depends on the availability of speakers and also our schedules. If you people have any specific suggestions on people who can speak either in Kannada, English, or Hindi, that is fine. All such speakers are welcome. Any suggestions, you can always reach out to us, and you can drop a note to me or our team. So one is our email ID, info@jainheritagecenters.com, or most of you have my phone number. I'll just type out my details here, and you can always get in touch with me or the team at over here. We have Gauravji from Delhi, we have Akashi from Delhi, we have Yogesh again from Delhi, we have Brahmanand Chipre from Belgaum, we have again Pramod from Bangalore. So we have multiple people, and also we have Anil Bilgi from Hubli. So we have multiple people who are working with us. Anyone who wants to be a part of this thing and who wants to suggest any other speakers to be included over here, we are more than happy to have them. End of the day, it's all about making sure the knowledge doesn't have a barrier of a region or a language, is what we believe. And that is where we are trying to bring in scholars from across India and across the world, where we are also trying to get some of the scholars abroad who have also done good research in the field of Jainism and Jainology. It could be any languages, particularly the 3 main languages, because we know, like, at least we want to reach these languages. And age is never a barrier, religion is never a barrier. All Jain and non-Jain scholars, non-Jains who have worked in the field of Jainism and also any of the languages, they're all welcome. I think now it's open. Now we can continue the discussion for the next 5-10 minutes if we have any specific questions to Kanaka Ajithadoss sir, or else then if not, we will conclude the session. Thank you everyone. Jai Jain. So we have a question here from Shubham Jain from Kolhapur, sir. He's asking, is there any Jain heritage site in Tamil Nadu which is registered as a World Heritage Site under UNESCO?
No, sir. See, actually, the fact is that Kadugumalai is they were tried for Kadugumalai, but the large panel with the Parshanatha and other things what I have shown. That is one thing. We don't have any proper pressure for that. Now they have included, they are trying to include Kanjipuram under this list. They have included the Janaka, Siva Kanji and Vishnu Kanji. They have left out the Jina Kanji. So now we are trying to include this also along with other things. We are trying.
Okay, sir.
No
Thank
site
you.
has been included.
Okay, sir. You are trying for Kadagumalai.
Kadagumalai and Jina Kanji.
Okay, sir. Arvind Vora sir is commented. It's a very enlightening session. Again, thank you, sir. I mean, all throughout, people have been, we are receiving comments across, even on Facebook Live also. Thank you, sir, again. Think, are there any other questions for Kanaka Ajithadoss, sir? I think.
There's one question, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
is the instance of the killing of 8,000 Jain monks in Madurai is a true story?
Two opinions for that. On that, there are two opinions. One, few people might have been killed to frighten them, to make them afraid. Some say that it is a concocted story, but paintings are there. I have shown in one book for reference book written by Advocate Lajapati Rai. The cover page itself is the impaling of ascetics.
Yes, sir.
There are in 2 or 3 temples, there are paintings are still there, and some say that no, some say that because in some villages they have discovered the impalement and that.
I have seen the impalement sticks. It is there right in the Madurai. Right in the Madurai, there is a temple called Chintamani. The impalement sticks are still there. The live impalement.
And the best part, the local celebrated like a festival. Is that true?
Yeah, they festive. They do celebrate, the removal of wiping out Jainism. They still celebrate. In the same way, like they will make one men stand with the semi-clothes and they'll hit him with the sticks or jadu, that they are driving away Jains. They still celebrate in Madurai, but in very hidden way. They do celebrate. But I think it is getting stopped somehow. It is getting stopped or getting banned.
Yeah. In Madurai it has stopped, but in other Kalayar Koil and they do it, but we have written to them. We met them, it is not, they accepted that.
So there's one more query.
Which symbolically, still they put the hand on the impalement stick every year.
Yes.
Yes.
Like in victory of killing Jain monks. They still celebrate in Chintamani temple.
Lot of Jain temples have been converted to Hindu temples, and facts are available with us. Is it possible ever to get those temples back?
So Akashji, first thing I would say is, what are we doing about the temples that are there in our control first?
Yes.
No, it's both the case.
No. See, I tell you, Akashji, there are
we
two
need
things
to conserve. And
one is, what is that we are doing with the temples that are there in our control? Because, when we go to a mall or a movie, we don't hesitate paying 1,000 rupees over there for 2 people. But when we go to a temple, we think about putting the amount to a thali. We speak about 5 rupees or 2 rupees instead of 50 rupees or 100 rupees to our pandits. So that kind of attitude, first about our own existing places, is the first thing which I would say. Later on, I would speak about the ones that are already been converted.
Me and my family, we are very considerate. We pay in thousands.
I'm just telling you in general.
General only is telling.
Yeah.
The general attitude is like that.
Yeah.
I agree with it.
Yeah.
Sir, that's what I told. My presentation is not to show the beautiful Tirthankara statues and all this. You should prick our conscience. What are we doing for that? Just seeing and going and sleeping. What is that? What is our contribution? What we have planned to do, at least to protect. But individually we cannot protect. But we have to. I showed you. You have to visit those places. We have to mingle the locals. They have to be educated, or they have to be, awareness to be created. We should help the students. Actually, we did it. When we conducted Ahimsa walk, first we contacted the headmaster of the school. We invited the students. We distributed pencil box, painting box, and the color pencils and notebooks. We have printed notebooks with the preachings of Mahavira in our first page, second page, free distribution to all the school children. We invited from lunch.
Sir,
So
let's
like that, we have to, can't we do that? The
Sir,
highest
let's not
taxpayers
feel
we are.
bad. Let us not feel bad. But what I see, there are 2-3 big institutions that there in Tamil Nadu. And I have not seen in last 20 years, they have even attempted to renovate or protect a single heritage or a single temple. Why? What are those institutions doing? And they get enough funds. It's not that they don't have funds. Why are they not doing it? Why they are not doing it? You talk about one gentleman, you praised him. He gets crores of rupees every year, but he doesn't spend anything beyond Arihantagiri. I have not seen even a single temple which has been protected by them, despite they get crores of fund every year. And just that the tourist circuit is limited to Arihantagiri, Panurmalai, back to Vandavasi and go home. Beyond that, there is nothing.
That's true.
Am I right or not?
Correct.
And there is so much of apartheid.
Yes, sir.
I mean, even if there is a function, there will be separate food for Tamil Jains and there is a separate food for rest of the Jains. So things are not getting well connected for one reason or another.
True.
And in that, Swamiji is also not taking proactive action. They are not trying to unite all Tamil
Yes, sir.
Jains
Yes,
with
sir.
the mainstream.
So
That is lacking.
Dineshji, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
See, for example, I'm, recently entered into the space of research and scholarly works. Now, a lot of problem which is there with the North Indian Jain is we hardly know anything about Tamil and Karnataka and other, Dakshin Bharat. When I asked that question was because my research reflected that there is a huge, massive amount of heritage spread all across Tamil Nadu.
Yes, I agree.
And it is not possible for just the limited quantity of Jains to completely secure them.
Yes.
But they have to be secured because they are national heritage. Now,
Yeah.
the problem is
Yes.
majority of the North Indian and the Western Jains aren't actually aware of the data, the kind of heritage which is spread. Unko kuch pata hi nahi hai. They don't know anything. So
Yeah.
what's happening is a huge chunk of a Jain population are completely in oblivion of the reality of Tamil Nadu. They don't know anything. So somewhere or the other, that is also somewhere related with the weak sort of attitude from ASI and other politicians towards Tamil heritage, because Tamil population is minuscule, and rest of the Jains are somewhere not aware about it. So फिर पता लग रहा है कि वहाँ ground पे कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है, इसलिए whatever is happening.
We have Kanaka Ajithadoss, sir. He doesn't understand Hindi.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, so the point is that ASI also, they can do something, but who has to go and tell them that you please do it? Somebody has to represent and tell them that they have to do it. Recently, Anantaraji did, and we could save around 20 to 30 heritage sites. He did. He went through the court and then guided them, got the interim orders, and somehow we got the things done. Similarly, Anantaraji has saved around 30 to 40 sites. If one man can do it, why not the whole institution or rest of the people? Why we cannot do it? I don't understand.
Sir,
I agree. There is a limitation of funds with the Tamil Jains. I agree.
For information, we have formed what is called Ahimsa Walk. For the 6 years, we are doing this service.
Yes, that is
We have visited more than 250 sites, and we have constructed about 30 sites, a shelter for all the abandoned statues.
But how much assistance you got from the All India institution?
For want of funds, we couldn't proceed further.
Exactly. That is the point. But funds are there, but you are not getting those funds. Anantaraji doesn't get any funds. You don't get any funds. Funds are there, but you don't get it. Why?
That's a problem. That's a problem which I want.
Why you don't get it? Funds are there. Funds are allocated for Tamil Nadu, but you don't get it. Anantaraji doesn't get it. Kanaka Ajithadoss doesn't get it. Appandai Rajan of Ahimsa Walk doesn't get it.
Then where does the money go?
From their own pocket money, whatever they are spending, collecting 100 rupees, 200 rupees.
Sir, for each shelter, maximum 1 lakh.
Couple of things here.
1 lakh.
No, I'll tell you why is that it does not go. I'll tell you a couple of things. Say, for example, most of the organizations that we do, we do it out of with a small organization name or a small website name or whatever. And when you have to get the government funds, there are some guidelines. Say, for example, it has to be a registered trust.
Correct.
Or let's say you need to construct a building. Let's say, for example, as part of the minority funds, you need something called as you can construct buildings. But what they do here is they'll say a minimum land holding of this much is required. What is happening among we Jains is we are not registering we are not looking into what is the minimum requirement to get the government funds is one. Register the trusts in those names with those guidelines in place, then we can get the funds. So what is happening is, like you have to pursue a lot with the government authorities as a collective group. Taking that initiative of pursuing the government authorities and running a pillar to post, sometimes you will also have to end up giving bribe to the government authorities to get the funds. That is a hard reality in India. But that kind of awareness is one. Second is working in that direction. I think many of the organizations, what I have seen in Karnataka at least, I have traveled across over the past 20 years, what I've seen, the same thing might be the case in Tamil Nadu also. One is the know-how of what is required and trying to get your organizations formed or framed in that government guidelines, then getting the funds and working with the organizations, the government authorities, bribing them if required, but get the funds out. That kind of perseverance is something I think that is missing. That is one of the main reasons why the government funds are not coming onto the Jain community.
Okay, there is one more question of mine which someone can clarify. State ASI or central ASI is responsible for development of heritage in Tamil Nadu?
No, nothing like that. I'll tell you one thing. Let me clarify on this. Out of my experience, there in Karnataka, there are 3 organizations with this. One is Archaeological Survey of India, ASI. And when it comes to the state level, you have Archaeology Department. So in individual states, you will have Archaeology Department not called as ASI. ASI has its presence across India. Then you have Archaeology Department. Then you have one more thing called as Mujarai in Karnataka, the temples thing. In the sense that is involving not only temples, any sort of places of worship. So what happens over here is there is no mandate that this particular monument has to be protected by a particular body. It depends on the monument, depends on how we pursue the authorities and try to convince them to give their attention and include them onto their ambit. But one thing, let me tell you, which is out of my experience in across India, when you're trying to get any monument under Archaeological Survey of India, please make sure the puja is going on before you approach the ASI. Or else what ASI does is, they look at the current status. For example, in Humcha, you have Panchabasadi in Humcha. You have a grand puja that happens in the Parshnath, in the Padmavati temple, in the Parshnath temple, in the Neminath temple, and also on the hill. But you have Panchabasadi, which is under ASI for over 50-55 years. But we are unable to have a control or even perform a puja. Why? When any monument gets under the control of the government bodies, what is the current status is something you should look at. Please make sure before approaching ASI or any place, make sure puja is happening in that place. Or else the moment it is taken over by them, they look at what is the latest status and they say, let's maintain status quo and they'll not let you do a puja. So these are all some nitty-gritties what we should look at. One is State Archaeology Department, the Central ASI, the Archaeological Survey of India, and any other local thing like Mujarai Ilaka or the Mujarai Department in Karnataka. That is how it should be looked into. It depends from monument to monument. You can always approach ASI or the State Archaeology Department, but please make sure you have some Jain, even one family is there. Make sure some puja or basic things are happening, only then approach them. Otherwise, even if you get lakhs and crores of rupees, the government rules, particularly the ASI rules, are very strict. They'll not let you do the puja in the place, in those temples. That is one thing that we should all keep in mind before approaching any of these bodies.
In Tamil Nadu also, sir, we
Yes.
have Archaeology Survey of India and government state archaeology.
State archaeology, yes.
Under state archaeology, we have 17 Jain temples. I mean, not 17. Under three things. One is Hindu religious department is there, state archaeology is there,
Yes.
and ASI is there. and 17 Jain temples under Hindu religious endowment board.
Right, right. I think Selvamani sir, you raised your hand later on. I think you went. Can you just restart your video? You wanted to speak something, sir?
Are you able to hear, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be a bit loud, sir. A bit loud.
Actually, in Samayavanga the Sutta, as per Devyaduni, 18 languages are mentioned. The 17th language is Tamil Brahmi. So, one of my friend now is in Scotland. He is documenting all the Brahmi living. I have documented almost all the 30 places in Tamil Nadu, Brahmi inscription. I have visited almost all the places, Madurai, Pudukottai, Tirunelveli, and all the places. I documented all the from Airavada Mahadevan books and all that. So, as per this thing, Tirthankara Mahavira, during his period, he is having the coin called Brahmi Libi only. I requested Mr. Nirmal Kumar Digambar committee. I sent the coin to him. He is no more now. I'm not able to find out where is the coin. That is 600 BC itself, Brahmi Libi was handled by our Jain people. From that only, that Singhala Brahmi is 5th century BCE,
Right, sir.
before Christian era. Then in Tamil Nadu, almost all the inscription, that 30 places, 95 inscription, that is the only record evidence proof for our Jain. This is the Jain heritage monuments or anything. In Tamil Nadu, as per our Kanaka Ajithadoss told, in Pudukottai alone, 26 places in state and central archaeological department, and Madurai 20 places in state archaeology. Like that, in Tamil Nadu, 80 places are in archaeology. But as per you are telling, we are not able to maintain because it is under the control of archaeological service.
Exactly. So this is one thing which Akashji, we should also keep in mind. The moment a monument gets into the archaeology, how the moment it gets under archaeology, they pass a gazetteer notification in the gazetteer of India.
So
And
I am
when they
having
pass
all
the
the
gazetteer
details.
notification, they will mention what is the current status. Puja is happening, or this is there, or that is not there. They are the moment what is documented in the gazetteer. The mandate for ASI as per the rule is they should just maintain the status quo so that it does not get worsened further. So what happens is when we Jains approach them for getting puja or doing restoring inscription and keeping it in a better way, there will be a lot of resistance. So before approaching them, we have to be very careful so that these things are not taken.
Nitin, I'm completely aware, and the part is ASI should be the last option when nothing exists. They should only be the last option. And even I got to know this fact around a year before. Last option. Before that, the Jain Samaj to try all the resources and restore them and ensure that the control remains with them.
Exactly.
That should be a prime objective.
No, that is a classic example for this is near Mysore. We have a village called Makodu. We had Prasanna Kumar uncle here who spoke as well. You know, like he spoke about Chidambar Rahasya and all. He's part of, he's very closely associated with Virendra Hegde, and he works with as part of the Dharmottana Trust. So what we do there is, in this village, the nearest Jain community over there is the Mysore Jain Samaj and the what do you say, the Saligrama, another place near that village. What we did over there is we made a trust with few folks from Mysore, few folks from Bangalore, and a few people from Saligrama, the local, the nearest Jain community. And what we did was we registered a trust. Then in the trust, we took the control of the temple land from the Tahsildar. We got it in writing saying this trust is entrusted with the upkeep of this place. This trust will not have any rights to sell the land, but they will have rights to look after the upkeep of the place, reconstruct the temple and all. Then we approached the Dharmottana Trust, through which we were able to renovate the temple. So that is the way what we should do is we should form local committee with the local community people, plus a few other people, like say based out of Chennai or a few other district centers over there, and we drive that. That is one classic example how we have done it was completely abandoned. It was not in the control of any of the Jain bodies, but we were able to do it in Karnataka. I think that is one of the ways how we should drive these movements.
Good to know about it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I think it's been a very enlightening and very open discussion. I think this is how we would like to have these sessions, wherein at the beginning we spend around 10-15 minutes introducing each other. Hi, hello, Jai Jinendra, and later on we introduce the speaker. We go live on the Facebook, we introduce the speaker, we have a healthy discussion, we give a vote of thanks there. And following that, we will have these kind of interactions. It's been around more than 45 minutes since we have been discussing all of these. And the best part is we have been having Arvind Voraji from USA. He's joining us in spite of his age and in spite of being a very, untimely thing, because it's very early in the morning for him. He logs into many of the sessions as early as 3 in the morning his time. But end of the day, his mission is to support, look at all the Jaina activities. And also, today, as we speak, we have the Jaina convention that is going on, the 6-day Jaina convention. Instead of the Jaina convention, Arvind Vora sir is attended our session. You can imagine the kind of dedication he has and the kind of thing, his kindness that he has attended this session. I think I would like to thank Arvind Voraji also again. I would like to thank everyone again. I think we will continue these sessions. Most likely we might have a session in the next week or the week after that. We will communicate further. We are looking at having a session in Kannada also. I think Arvind Voraji, if you would like to speak anything, sir, before we conclude.
No, I think our greatest Jain principal contribution is Anekantvad, and it's always great things to hear different perspective. I have heard from North India, I have heard from South India, means Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and other places, and in North Punjab, Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, and I'm from Gujarat, so Gujarat and Rajasthan and Maharashtra. And I think that personally, I think your one suggestion that there are certain things in the Indian government textbook should be improved in a say, like you said, the founder is in current era Adidath, as opposed to Mahesh Swami and things like that. And I plan to send you email with some of the basic simple things, because in West, people in America, they just don't blindly accept it is there. Well, why it is there is very important, and those kind of question helps us to digger and get the correct answer. So many questions people have asked us over here, particularly in Long Island Multi-Faith Forum, where there are 12 different faiths, and it's best way to promote peace and non-violence. More knowledge, more understanding. And I can go on and on, but I think you are doing a wonderful job, and I hope message spreads wide and all over the place. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We have PC Jain sir from Bhadravati, Central Karnataka. He's been part of Mahasabha, very actively involved behind the scenes, and he's very closely associated with Humsa Jain Mutt as well. I think PC Jain sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I joined actually late, around 8 o'clock, but I listened carefully. It was very nice discussion, and it should all improve. The recent suggestion what you have told is that changes in the textbook history, there is a very important part.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate this suggestion,
yes,
because
sir.
We don't care what we simply doing daily puja, etc., but we forget what is being taught in the schools.
Right, sir. So what we are trying to do here is, sir, we are trying to prepare the document and send it to some of our Bhattarakas, some of our Jaina institutions, where the same kind of message goes through an email to the government. It builds the pressure, and the government will have to fall in line. That is what we are trying to do, sir.
Yes, sir. We should concentrate to that only first. Right, other things always there. I also participate in Tirtha Janodar programs. Thank you. I am very enlightened to be part of Jai Jain.
Thank you, everyone. I think we will again get together the next week for another enlightening session. I think we will also try to have a couple of speakers in Kannada also. There are a lot of speakers from Karnataka, researchers who have done very good research, but because of the language problem, we have also seen we are unable to hear some of the really good scholars. So like I mentioned, we do not want language as a barrier. We always would like to have best of the best things, for which we might have a couple more sessions in Kannada as well. With this, I think we will conclude the session. Thank you all. Jai Janendra.